pleasure to meet you. So, welcome to this wonderful establishment. If you're going to be working here, you're going to need to know where everything is. That's the most important part. So, let's start with the living room over here. This is the living room. This is where mostly the lords and ladies hang out and have tea or have deep conversations, dealing with politics and all. Your job is to make sure you keep them entertained by making sure they have drink when they run out. And also food if they ask for it. Here is
I do have a question about the cleaning. I do have one question. I apologize for interrupting.
Yes?
But the furniture, is it safe to clean the like if someone feels something on the couch, is it safe to bleach it or do I have to use something else?
Well, as you can see, these sofas can be replaced if there is a mess, but in case you need to clean it up quickly, you can use a cleaning agent that we have here that helps you out with that. You wouldn't have to worry about bleaching it, so it should be able to take the stain away.
Right.
Here's the grand piano. The only ones that are allowed to play on this is the lords and ladies who come here and play on the piano. You are not allowed. The only thing you're allowed to do is clean it. You're not allowed to play it at all.
Oh man, damn. I'm a piano player myself, so I just figured that maybe do we have one that we can play? Like maybe downstairs, maybe like an electric one, or maybe like one that hasn't been used in a while. I'm pretty artistic. It gets lonely, when you're by yourself at night.
Well, we don't have one in store at the moment. This is the only piano we have available.
Okay. No problem, that's fine. I guess cleaning only. I'll have to play my kitty keyboard at home. That's fine.
Of course. Now, if you follow me, please. This is the next sitting room. This is where most of the lords would be sitting. The ones who deal with more politics than the average noble. They would have their tea and their cakes here. You are to stand right here and also right here. Just in case. Oh, and you can also... Yeah, and you can also stand here to make sure you give them more tea if they need it. There's always going to be another maid to refill, so you won't have to worry about leaving. They'll be able to bring you a new pot just in case it runs out.
Okay.
Also, try not to listen to the conversation. Some lords don't like it when other people are very nosy or snoopy.
Okay.
Although it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, I have a pretty big nose.
And here is the Royal Library. This is where you would see most of the ladies coming here to read if they have a chance to. The only thing that you'll be doing in here is serve ladies and also making sure the bookshelves are dusted.
Are there any kids that I have to worry about?
No children. Children aren't usually allowed in this establishment.
My last job had a ton of children. It was the worst. There was like 18 of them.
Wow.
Cheaper by the dozen 3. Goodness.
So this is the upstairs area. This is basically just the hallway. This is where you'll mostly be cleaning the windows and dusting off the curtains if you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I got you.
Also, the paintings that you see around this place are very priceless, so those will be left untouched. So you don't have to worry about dusting those.
Okay.
The last maid that had broken a priceless painting she got executed. Let's just say that was not a good choice.
Shit. They didn't say anything about that in the application process.
Don't worry. As long as you keep up with the rules, you'll be fine. Alright, so there is
Remember, Aftershocks Rule 1, do not touch the paintings.
Yes, do not touch the paintings. Now there is another room that you're going to need to keep clean and be cautious of. This is where mostly this is where most of the maids and butlers deal with their daily routines if they're not working upstairs.
Okay. Let's see.
They would just hang out here, and they would get their messages from the lords and ladies from this portal.
Okay. Kind of like Star Wars. Yes, master. What is thy bidding, my master?
Yes, we would see a hologram of their faces, and they would order whatever they need.
And I just kneel. What is thy bidding, my master?
You may if you wish, although we mostly just bow and then wait for our instructions.
Maybe not on the first day. Maybe like,
Yeah.
after a couple months.
Of course. Oh. We'll come back to this in a second. I have to show you something else. Now this is the master's main study room. He only allows family members in here, and the maids for those who have to clean his place. Only able to clean what's on here on the desk. As you can see, he keeps his study book here just in case, and he uses his typewriter regularly. You're gonna have to change the ink in the typewriter and make sure he has new parchment. He usually works for a few hours, for like more than 10 hours in his study.
Now, is this every day or just on certain days?
On certain days, usually. It's like every other day.
Okay.
Because sometimes he'd be out doing, going places.
I gotcha.
If you would follow me, please, here is the dining hall. This is where most of the nobles come up here to, they have breakfast, lunch, and supper. Most of the maids that are dealing with the food will be the main ones up here, taking care of cleaning the dishes and everything else. You are to stand on both sides, like at both sides of the table. Like there has to be at least 4 maids in the room to keep the glasses full.
Yeah.
To keep the glasses full and to make sure that the nobles get what they need. Yes, so this. Yes, this is very expensive. Yes.
Plasticware? I mean, not plasticware. Sorry, forgive
China,
me.
yes. Yes, very expensive China. Yes. All right, come with me. If you're not doing anything much, you're usually polishing glass. So, let me show you the bedroom. Alright, so this is the bedroom. What you'll mostly be doing here is simple. You'll be dusting the dressers and also making sure the bed is made every morning.
Alright.
And you will also be dusting the mirror too. Yes, you're welcome. Now there is, actually, we could go back upstairs for me to show you the the other room that the maids will be working with. It's right here. Alright, so as I was saying, this is the kitchen area. This is where most of the chefs and butlers would be to receive orders from the nobles who want anything, you know, for the day. As you can see, we have glass, we have food, roasted pig, and other things. Alright, so this is where I'm pretty sure your position wouldn't be here. You'll be mostly upstairs, dusting some areas or straightening up some things. You won't be in the kitchen.
I think cooking is more... I think you're more of an expert at cooking, right? Yeah.
Well, she'll be able to work in several parts of the house. You'll be mostly in the cleaning department.
Everyone loves a maid with glasses, you know.
Well, that actually ends our tour for today. So I'm actually glad that you were able to come in, because I was still waiting for some others who were also supposed to be here, but they ended up not being so. So you will be given a salary of, well, for this job it would be at least $30 an hour. So how long will you be working for? Will you be working for like 4 days or 5 days? Are there days where you won't be able to come into work? So Saturdays are the only days you can't come in?
Yes, I can come in. Actually, you know,
Yeah.
you said so if can I work? Because I'm assuming you're not going to put me over 40 hours, right? So can I just work Monday through Friday all day and have Saturday and Sunday off?
Yes, we can arrange it.
Okay. I don't know what you guys do for overtime, but you know.
It would only be overtime if we were having a
special
reunion.
party or something?
Yeah, a special occasion.
Okay.
Or a reunion, which usually does happen once a month, or like once every 3 months.
Okay.
Depends. It depends on the season.
Good. You got everything?
Great. And you will be starting by tomorrow. I should be seeing you here bright and early. Remember, you are to be here by 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, it seems we have someone here already.
Hello, my dear. I was actually trying to work out how the fuck to find you.
Well, I was just giving these two maids here the tour of the mansion, just making sure that they knew what their job was.
Fair.
And it seems you're home early. I wasn't expecting you to get here so early.
My dear, you should know me by now. I'm fairly quick when I need to be.
Alright, I'll introduce you. These two are the new maids of the establishment. They will be helping out.
Greetings to both of you.
Hello. You can't tell
As you
that
see, yes, well, it's about as good as it's gonna get. As you can see by the name R&R JB, also known as the Devil of VR. It's becoming more and more real as the days go past.
I think I met your cousin. I think I met your cousin Ivory Devil. I don't know if you I don't know if you've talked to her. Have you talked to her recently?
Name rings a bell.
Maybe it's Satan family.
Possibly. Cousin twice removed.
Well, shall we go to the living room?
Sure.
Go ahead and take a seat, sir.
Okay, madam.
Is there anything you would need for this evening?
No, just company.
Alright then, I can do that. You two are dismissed. You can go check out some other places, areas in the, in the mansion. Make yourself familiar with the material. I'm pretty sure you'll find the closet with the cleaning supplies in it somewhere.
Okay. No problem. We'll give you two some alone time.
Thank you.
We'll be going over here. No problem.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's alright. Shall we?
Yes, we can, my dear.
There you both are. Are you finished
Hello.
dusting the windows?
Yeah. Yeah, you can inspect our work. I didn't, I wasn't prepared because...
Alright, let
May
me
I
check.
help you?
That hesitant response definitely gives off an entirely different vibe altogether.
Well, we couldn't find the sop that were required to dust, so we had to use paper towels.
Well, you can only use what you got. Let's see here.
Okay. So it might not be 100% optimal, and plus, we weren't supposed to start until tomorrow. So this was very,
Look,
very sudden.
as stated by the lady of the household, it is work that has been done without the proper means. So thus meaning, no matter what happens at this point, you're not liable for any fault, nor if it is not to full standard.
I understand. Thank you.
Well, from what I can see, you did well. Don't see any dust. Well, this is very good.
Thank you. We were trained. We actually worked in a mansion before we came to.
Oh, really?
I think I put it on my application. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I remember looking at your application before. You did mention that you had worked somewhere else before coming here. But may I ask, why did you quit?
Well, there were some things going on between the other maid and the landlord. So we wanted to have a fresh start, and we wanted, we felt like we were being taken advantage of, and we didn't appreciate the way that the landlord would let other maids off when they messed up. And when we messed up, we got full punishment. So we wanted a fresh start.
Well, you won't get that here. As long as you do your job properly, you won't have to worry about being fired. Isn't that right, sir?
I am kind of forgiving at most times, so as far as I'm concerned, as long as things are done to sufficient standards.
Appreciate your
Your
generosity.
place in your place will be secure, shall we say?
Thank you, Mom.
Also, I forgot to mention, you will be paid weekly.
I see.
Yes, so that it will
And
be
are we
easy
required?
enough.
Are we required to bring our own lunch, or will lunch and dinner be provided?
The meals will be provided here. You won't have to worry about bringing in anything. The last thing we need is for somebody to bring in a wrong ingredient, and then you would have to worry about somebody being poisoned by accident.
Mhm. I see. So
Cross
very tight
contamination.
security. Mhm.
Cross contamination is a fearful fact.
Yes, that is one fact that we take seriously. That's why we use only a simple of ingredients and only the best chefs we can find.
I see. Okay. And now is there a set menu, or do we just request it and they make it? How does that work?
There are menus every week, so you won't have to worry about. You'll be informed of what's going to be on the menu for each meal, so you won't have to ask any.
Okay.
Unless there's something that you're allergic to, then we can handle
I see.
we can handle a substitution.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Good to know. Yes. What about vacation time? Do I get vacation time here? Like 2 weeks paid vacation?
For every set amount of hours you work, you will receive at least, for every set amount of hours you work per day, you will receive at most 1 day of vacation in return.
Okay.
Although sick days are also provided. Excuse me, Sarah. Sick days are also provided because we wouldn't want anyone getting sick you wouldn't be able to come into work if you are feeling ill. The last thing we need are the lords and ladies that come over to have a problem. And then we become part of that problem. And it'll just end up as a mess. So if you are sick, just make sure you let us know beforehand. That way we can replace you with someone else.
Gotcha. Okay. And how are you guys taking steps to prevent against the coronavirus? Are we required to wear masks on the property at all times?
As far as we are concerned with this said virus in this building, there are those who have already contracted it and now have an immunity to it. There are those who are automatically have an immunity to it. Well, I myself is one. But for those who have not yet gotten it but still fear catching it, the household has, before refurbishment, was issued a full sanitization. So it is currently clean of all potential risk. If you wish to wear masks and gloves for your own personal safety whilst on the job, that is entirely your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's all my questions. Oh, parking. Where will I be parking my car?
Most of the vehicles are being parked in the courtyard, but for far as the workers here, they are only allowed to park in the back of the mansion. The courtyard is for the lords and ladies who come over for certain occasions. Well, if that is all your questions, we are done for the day. Thank you for coming over. we are very happy that we have more staff on our team. We definitely need it.
Thank you. We will be working extra hard.
That's what we like to see. Hard workers.
Do not exceed yourself.
Thank you. You are such a very caring and kind person. Much more than our last master.
I mean, I may be the devil, but even the devil has to have, you know. Who says the devil can't be generous?
Well, thank you both for coming in today. I think that is all we have.
All right. And I guess we will. Do you want to lead us out, or did you want us just to see ourselves out? I mean, is there anything that I need to grab? Like, do you have any pamphlets or any papers that I need to sign before I go?
Oh yes, now that you mention it, we do. Here are the papers that you're going to need to sign.
Okay.
Make sure you get them back to me by mail before tomorrow. That way I can make sure that you both are certified and that we have you on our payroll.
Okay.
Also on our list of guests that will be coming in as workers, because there will be some others.
Gotcha. Now, by mail tomorrow, do you have someone who do I just call and say, okay, I'm ready to? Because I mean, it does take a while to ship papers over. Do you want me to just bring them? Do you want me to just bring them with me when I come over? Start my shift tomorrow.
Yes, you may. If you wish, you can just leave them for... I'll have a mail carrier come around and grab your papers if you'd rather.
Okay. That'll work. As long as they get it before I show up tomorrow, right?
Yes.
They will get it early in the morning, before 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm. It will be bright and early.
Okay. Is that good with you? Yeah? I just didn't know if you guys, did emails, like the email to you. I didn't know if you wanted me to.
We're an old-fashioned group. We deal with things the old-fashioned way. Mail carrier will be by your houses by tomorrow. Or before tomorrow, at least. So make sure you have the form signed.
Alright.
Well, I shall see you both out. So follow me, please. Well, thank you for showing up. Have a good night.
Thank you for showing us. We really appreciate your kind generosity, and thank you for hiring us. Giving us a second chance.
Are you busy? What? That we're role-playing an actual storyline in the game. It was pretty cool, I mean, we followed him for quite a bit, but we stayed in the shadows. It was kind of hard though, because I mean, the freaking NPCs were spawning in on us while they were spawning in on them too. It was just like, damn it. But we tried staying far away. But it was still interesting, because here's the thing: is you stayed far away, it was popping up in the local chat window what they were saying.
My friend is here. They're also here for the tour as well, right? Yes.
Well then, let me welcome
This is my
you.
sister. This is my half sister. Actually, no, she's my cousin. My cousin.
Just be careful with this mirror, though. It's a bit special. And by special, I mean it has a bit of magic in it. Be careful not to rub too hard. Some maids had gotten stuck in it once, and they weren't able to get out. So they ended up dying there.
Gee.
They might haunt the mirror, so you better be careful. What are you doing?
I think I died. I like to watch my. This is just kind of a simple request. I like to watch my football. So, Saturdays, I would need that day off. A whole day.